Hi, welcome to Simple to Cook. Today we'll be making lemon cream pappardelle. Despite being cream based, this is a refreshing sauce and it's got a lemon twist. It only took 15 minutes to prepare this dish and another 15 minutes to prep it. Now let's get started. First I take 2 shallots and then I mince them. Next, I mince 2 cloves of garlic as well. Let's prepare our chicken. I've got a nice breast here. It feels really nice in the hand. I start by cutting slices of the chicken against the grain. You want them about this size to make bite-sized pieces. Now take the chicken and add it to the bowl along with the garlic we prepared earlier. Add a teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of cornstarch. I always like to season as I go, so let's give it a couple grinds of pepper. Next, we're going to add some Chinese cooking wine. If you want to try something different, you can use Marsala wine instead. Now we're going to give it a nice mix, just to bring everything together. Here comes the strange part. We're going to add in 1 egg white, but when you make this, you can use half this amount. I think I used too much. Along with the cornstarch, the egg white will help seal in the juices. One last step, we're going to add in some chicken stock to help intensify the chicken flavor. Now let's get cooking. In a large pan, add some oil on medium-high heat. When the oil starts to smoke, add in the chicken and keep on stirring so it won't burn. As you can see, I added way too much egg. It's starting to scramble. Here is a close-up of the chicken. As you can see, the cornstarch and the egg white created a coating that helps seal in the juices for a more tender chicken. Now keep on cooking your chicken till it begins to look like this. Check out all the tasty crunchy bits of batter, chicken and garlic. You're going to want to set the chicken aside now. We're going to be using this when we go and finish the sauce. Next you can start cooking your pasta. Add some salt to your water, like a lot. Who wants to eat bland pasta? I know I don't, so please salt your water. And your taste buds will thank you. Once you put your pasta in, make sure you stir it so that it doesn't stick together. Now that our pasta is boiling, we can get started on our sauce. You will need 2/3 of a cup of heavy cream, 2 shallots that we minced earlier, the zest of half a lemon, and the juice of half a lemon. Now to the pan that we just cooked our chicken in. Throw the shallots into the lovely chicken fat and start sauteing them. After a minute or two, if you do it right, they should start to look something like this. And then at that point, this is where you want to add your cream before the shallots get too dark. Give it all a nice mix. This is also the time you want to add in the lemon zest and give everything a nice stir. Turn on the heat to simmer and reduce. After several minutes, it should reduce to look something like this. Now we're almost done. Add in the lemon juice and mix. You don't want to heat the lemon juice too much, you'll lose its freshness. So now just put the pan on low. As always, taste your sauce and do any adjustments with salt and pepper. Now that sauce is done. By now, your pasta should be close to being done. You want it just before it gets to al dente. Now reserve 1 cup of that starchy and salty pasta water. I'll tell you why later. Drain your pasta and set aside. Now you want to add the chicken that we cooked earlier to the sauce. And then quickly throw in the pasta and give everything a nice mix. At this point, the dish is a bit too tight. So I took the pasta water that I reserved earlier and added a bit to the pan to loosen up the sauce. Now this is the consistency that I like. Lastly, give it a taste and adjust for salt and pepper again. In this case, I think it needed a bit more salt and a lot more pepper. This is where I usually add in some fresh diced tomatoes. But I had some pico de gallo from last night, so I used that instead. And it worked out great. Now you want to give it a nice toss in the pan just to heat up the tomatoes, but not cook them. Now this dish is done! Pasta gets cold fast, so it's always a good idea to use warm plates from the oven or the microwave. When you plate it, place the pasta down first, and then top it with the good stuff from the pan. Now top it off with some fresh chopped parsley. I got carried away with mine. You should use half of what I used. Now let's give it a taste. The lemon taste really hits you and adds a nice freshness to the cream sauce. And the chicken counters that with a nice savory garlic punch. I really hope you try this dish. It's really easy and cheap. And best of all, it's delicious! If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to see more quick and easy recipes, click subscribe, and also follow me on Facebook and Twitter in the links below. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.